a Himalayan challenge setting the stage for Kargil. The Kargil War, a significant chapter in the history of India and Pakistan, was not just a military confrontation, but a test of endurance, strategy, and national willpower. The Kargil War, fought between India and Pakistan in 1999, stands as a testament to India's unwavering resolve and military prowess. It was a conflict that showcased the bravery and strategic acumen of the Indian armed forces, who faced formidable challenges in the treacherous terrain of the Himalayas. From May to July 1999, the icy heights of the Kargil district in Jammu and Kashmir became a battleground. The inhospitable environment, with its snow-capped peaks and rugged landscape, added to the complexity of the military operations. This conflict, sparked by a blatant violation of the line of control by Pakistani forces, tested the limits of courage and sacrifice. The incursion by Pakistani soldiers and militants into Indian territory was a calculated move to alter the status quo in the region. The roots of the conflict lay in the long-standing dispute over Kashmir, a region claimed by both India and Pakistan. This territorial contention has been a flashpoint for multiple wars and skirmishes since the partition of British India in 1947. The Kargil War was a stark reminder of the volatile nature of the relationship between the two nuclear-armed neighbors. The presence of nuclear weapons on both sides added a layer of complexity and danger to the conflict, raising concerns of a potential escalation into a full-scale war. The conflict unfolded against a backdrop of diplomatic efforts, including the historic Lahore Declaration signed earlier in 1999, aimed at easing tensions. Despite these efforts, the Kargil conflict erupted, highlighting the fragile nature of peace in the region. The Kargil conflict was more than just a military engagement, it was a battle for hearts and minds. The Indian government and military worked tirelessly to garner support from the international community and to keep the morale of the Indian populace high. India's response to the Pakistani aggression was swift and resolute, showcasing the nation's determination to defend its territorial integrity. The Indian Armed Forces launched Operation Vijay, a coordinated military campaign to reclaim the occupied territories. The Kargil War would forever etch itself into the annals of Indian history, a saga of valor, sacrifice, and ultimately, victory. The bravery of the soldiers, the strategic brilliance of the military leadership, and the unwavering support of the Indian people culminated in a hard-fought triumph that continues to inspire generations. Betrayal at the border. The infiltration begins. Under the veil of winter's harsh grip, Pakistani forces, disguised as Kashmiri militants, stealthily infiltrated across the line of control into Indian territory. The cold, harsh winter provided the perfect cover for their clandestine operations, allowing them to move undetected through the snow-laden mountains. Their objective to occupy strategic heights in the Kargil district, overlooking the vital Srinagar-Leh highway. This highway was not just a road, it was a crucial supply route, a lifeline connecting the region of Leh with the rest of India. Controlling these heights would give them a significant tactical advantage. This audacious move, later revealed to be orchestrated by the Pakistani army, aimed to sever the lifeline between Srinagar and Leh. The plan was meticulously crafted, with detailed maps and strategies outlining the infiltration points and the subsequent occupation of key positions. The intrusion, a clear violation of the established agreements between India and Pakistan, sent shockwaves through the Indian security apparatus. The sudden breach of trust and the blatant disregard for peace agreements heightened tensions, leading to a state of high alert across the region. The initial intelligence reports were alarming, indicating a significant presence of well-armed infiltrators. Analysts pored over maps and satellite images, trying to piece together the extent of the infiltration. The reports painted a grim picture with multiple infiltration routes and well-fortified enemy positions. As the snow melted with the approaching summer, the magnitude of the Pakistani incursion became terrifyingly clear. The once hidden enemy positions were now visible, revealing the scale of the operation. The Indian Army began mobilizing troops, preparing for what was to come. The Indian Army, caught off guard by the scale and audacity of the infiltration, faced a formidable challenge. The soldiers, though surprised, quickly adapted to the situation, gearing up for a battle that would test their limits. The enemy held the advantage of high ground, their bunkers dug deep into the mountainsides. These fortified positions provided them with a strategic edge, making it difficult for the Indian forces to dislodge them. The high-altitude warfare posed unique challenges, with the thin air and rugged terrain adding to the complexity. The terrain was unforgiving, characterized by treacherous slopes, icy winds, and thin air. The soldiers had to navigate these harsh conditions, often carrying heavy equipment and supplies. The cold was bone-chilling, and the winds could cut through even the warmest of clothing. Despite these daunting odds, the Indian Army, driven by an unwavering commitment to defend the nation, prepared for a grueling and arduous battle. The soldiers' spirits remained high, fueled by a sense of duty and patriotism. They knew the stakes were high, and failure was not an option. The stage was set for a fierce confrontation, one that would test the mettle of every soldier involved. Operation Vijay: India's response and early setbacks. In response to the Pakistani aggression, India launched Operation Vijay, Victory, a full-scale military operation to evict the intruders from Indian soil. The Indian Air Force played a crucial role, launching airstrikes against enemy positions. However, the initial phase of the operation was met with stiff resistance. The Pakistani forces, entrenched in well-fortified bunkers at high altitudes, put up a fierce fight. The Indian Army, accustomed to conventional warfare, had to adapt quickly to the challenges of mountain warfare. The high altitude, thin air, and treacherous terrain took a toll on the Indian soldiers. Early setbacks, including the downing of an Indian Air Force fighter jet and heavy casualties, underscored the challenges that lay ahead. The enemy's use of shoulder-fired Stinger missiles posed a significant threat to Indian aircraft, forcing the Indian Air Force to modify its tactics. Despite these initial setbacks, the Indian armed forces, driven by an indomitable spirit, remained undeterred. Section 4. Turning the tide, recapturing key peaks. Undeterred by the initial setbacks, the Indian Army, with unwavering determination, launched a series of coordinated attacks to dislodge the enemy from their strategic positions. The Bofors howitzers, known for their accuracy and firepower, proved to be a game-changer. These artillery guns, deployed at high altitudes, rained down a relentless barrage on enemy positions. One of the most crucial battles of the Kargil War was fought for the control of Tololing, a strategically important peak. The capture of Tololing by the Indian Army marked a turning point in the conflict. The victory at Tololing, achieved through sheer grit and determination, boosted the morale of the Indian forces. Another decisive victory came with the recapture of Tiger Hill, a heavily fortified enemy stronghold. The battle for Tiger Hill was a testament to the courage and resilience of the Indian soldier. The recapture of these key peaks shifted the momentum of the war decisively in India's favor. Section 5. Tales of Valor, the Courage of Indian Soldiers. The Kargil War was replete with acts of extraordinary bravery and sacrifice by Indian soldiers, who fought with unwavering courage and determination in the face of daunting odds. These soldiers, hailing from diverse backgrounds and regions, united under the tricolor flag, showcasing an indomitable spirit that resonated across the nation. Their stories of valor are etched in the annals of history, serving as a testament to their unwavering dedication and patriotism. Captain Vikram Batra, posthumously awarded the Paramveer Chakra, India's highest military honor, became a symbol of courage for his daring assault on Point 4875. His famous words, "Ye dil mange mor," echoed his relentless spirit and determination to achieve victory against all odds. Captain Batra's leadership and bravery not only inspired his fellow soldiers, but also instilled a sense of pride and honor in every Indian. Grenadier Yogendra Singh Yadav, also a Paramveer Chakra recipient, displayed exceptional bravery during the assault on Tiger Hill. Despite being critically injured, he continued to fight, ensuring the success of the mission. His resilience and tenacity in the face of life-threatening injuries exemplify the extraordinary courage and selflessness that define the Indian soldier. His actions during the battle have become legendary, inspiring countless young Indians to join the armed forces. His story, one of unwavering courage and selflessness, continues to inspire generations of Indians. The tales of these brave soldiers are not just stories of war, they are narratives of human spirit, sacrifice, and the relentless pursuit of duty. Memorials and monuments across the country stand as silent sentinels, reminding us of the price of freedom and the valor of those who protect it. These heroes and countless others who fought valiantly epitomize the spirit of the Indian soldier. Their camaraderie, brotherhood, and unwavering support for one another in the face of adversity highlight the essence of military life. The bonds forged in the heat of battle are unbreakable, and the shared experiences create a lifelong connection among these warriors. The Kargil War highlighted not only the courage of individual soldiers, but also the seamless coordination and synergy between the Indian Army and the Indian Air Force. This joint effort was crucial in overcoming the challenges posed by the difficult terrain and well-entrenched enemy positions. The combined operations showcased the strategic acumen and operational excellence of the Indian Armed Forces. The IAF pilots, flying at high altitudes and in challenging conditions, provided crucial air support to the ground troops. Their precision strikes and reconnaissance missions were instrumental in turning the tide of the war. The bravery and skill of these pilots, operating in some of the most inhospitable conditions, were pivotal in ensuring the success of the ground operations. The Kargil War showcased the true meaning of camaraderie and esprit de corps within the Indian Armed Forces. The shared hardships, the collective triumphs, and the mutual respect among the soldiers created a bond that transcended individual differences. This unity and solidarity were key factors in the eventual victory, highlighting the strength that comes from working together towards a common goal.